ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of BCW Spotlight. I am Troy Buchannan, and we are back here once again at the Dom Polski Hall in my hometown of North Tonawanda, New York. In the ring right now, you see the high-risk hero Rip Impact, who's going to be taking on the future Jeremiah Bradley right here this week on BCW Spotlight. And this should be a very high-intensity, very high-impact match as the crowd here at the Dom Polski Hall looks on Jeremiah Bradley having a little fun here with the high-risk hero Rip Impact. Don't forget, Saturday night, March 2nd, Buffalo Championship Wrestling returns to the F.J. Donovan Post in Cheektowaga, New York, 7 p.m. bell time. And you already know about the big matches that have been announced. Main event submission rules for the BCW heavyweight title. The Buffalo Bad Boy Brian Jennings taking on Tyson Dukes. A Texas Bull Rope match. Retro Rex Atkins battles Jock Sampson. Maverick Matt Milan taking on Big League John McChesney. Special 15-minute time limit. Nick Paradise taking on Troy Buchannan. The man right here that you see in the ring, the future Jeremiah Bradley, with his manager Robbie Vegas. They have another open challenge taking place on Saturday night, March 2nd. You will also see the debut of indie star Jock Sampson as the future Jeremiah Bradley starts out right here, pushing Rip Impact back, displaying his muscles and his power, and he's showing referee Pat G what he's all about right here. Rip Impact always trying to get the crowd behind him here at the Dom Polski Hall. Everywhere Rip Impact goes, he's always a fan favorite, and that's no exception right here at the Dom Polski Hall. Nice go behind there by Rip Impact. Side headlock on the bigger Jeremiah Bradley. Looks like Rip's going to try to wear down Jeremiah Bradley in the early goings here of this contest. Jeremiah trying to pull him back up, but Rip Impact getting his balance back and regaining the advantage with that side headlock. Referee Pat G looking in, making sure Rip Impact isn't putting on a choke right here. Nice takeover there by Rip Impact as he counters Jeremiah Bradley once again. Bradley going right to the hair. That referee Pat G's got to step in, and he's got to break that up. Pat G looking in right here, trying to put a count on. Fans of the action week in and week out right here in Buffalo Championship Wrestling, always hot and heavy. We'd like to thank you for joining us here every week on BCW Spotlight on YouTube. And this week right here, as you see Rip Impact versus Jeremiah Bradley, Rip off the ropes. Shoulder tackle attempt, but Jeremiah Bradley having none of that. Staring off these two right here. Rip's going to get another shot right there. And once again, Jeremiah Bradley barely phased by that shoulder tackle. Rip Impact trying to get the fans behind him here once again. Off the ropes, ducking under a clothesline. Coming back through. Kick to the gut right there. And a kick to the head right there. Big chop on Jeremiah Bradley. Rip Impact off the ropes again. High cross body, but Bradley just catching him right there. Picking Rip Impact up. Maybe for a power slam, but Rip floating over. Big drop kick there by Rip, staggering Bradley, but Bradley still yet to go down. Another chop there by Rip Impact on the bigger Jeremiah Bradley. Going to shoot him in. Bradley reversing Rip, but no, Bradley going to the other side of the ring, and they both collide right there. I think they hit with head first. Rip is trying everything he can to try to take down Jeremiah Bradley. Bradley in the corner calling for a timeout, but Rip Impact will have none of that as he keeps delivering those big chops to the defined chest of Jeremiah Bradley, coming in with a knee to the side of the head. Off the ropes again, but Jeremiah catching him with a big clothesline from that left side, taking down Rip Impact. Rip was trying everything he possibly can as Jeremiah Bradley gets a 2 count right there on Rip Impact. Rip was trying everything he possibly could to take down the bigger Jeremiah Bradley, but Jeremiah Bradley showing his strength and size and not being taken down by Rip Impact as he picks Rip up right here. Big side slam right there, taking Rip down to the mat, and Jeremiah Bradley's feeling it. North Tonawanda referee Pat G down for another 2 count. I gotta give Jeremiah Bradley the benefit of the doubt right here because Pat G is counting slow, and that should be obvious to everybody here at the Dom Polski Hall, but maybe that's just me favoring Jeremiah Bradley a little bit right here, but in my opinion, Pat G is counting slow. Bradley going with a choke on the second rope right here, showing off to the crowd here at the Dom Polski Hall. Pat G in there trying to put a 5 count on Jeremiah Bradley, and Bradley has no choice but to break that up, and Rip Impact, I believe, is in a lot of trouble right here this week on BCW Spotlight. Bradley having Rip, and now he delivers a big chop of his own to the chest of Rip Impact, and another one. He's just toying with Rip Impact right here. And fans, on Saturday night, March 2nd, it'll be interesting to see who's going to step up and take the open challenge of Jeremiah Bradley. Big back elbow right there by Jeremiah Bradley. Last time Bradley put together an open challenge, Mr. Nice Guy, Davey Delight, Cheektowaga's own Mr. Nice Guy Davey Delight. He stepped up to the plate. He took on the challenge, but he ended up losing to Jeremiah Bradley. And Jeremiah Bradley is trying to work his way up the ranks here in Buffalo Championship Wrestling, trying to get a heavyweight title shot against the champion, Buffalo Bad Boy Brian Jennings. Bradley, a little bit of a dance coming in with all that full weight onto the chest to Rip Impact with a splash right here. And Bradley is toying with the crowd as he thinks he's got Rip Impact right where he wants him. But if I were Jeremiah Bradley, I wouldn't underestimate Rip Impact as Bradley joined with the crowd here at the Dom Polski Hall in North Tonawanda, New York. Rip Impact in trouble. Bradley's got Rip in the corner, shoots him off to the other side. Bradley dancing up again. Oh, but Rip gets that boot up to the side of the face, which stuns Jeremiah Bradley. Bradley selling back a little bit, coming in, charging in, and Rip comes right through with those double kicks to the face of Jeremiah Bradley. Bradley is stunned. Low blow there to Jeremiah Bradley. Little low bridge action. Rip coming over the top with a sunset flip. Got a little caught up, but he still managed to work in a schoolboy right there. And Bradley kicks out at 2. Rip Impact maybe a little bit dazed, a little bit stunned right here, but he did get a pinning predicament right there in the future. Jeremiah Bradley and Rip trying to get his second, maybe even his third win right here, getting the crowd behind him at the Dom Polski Hall. Coming through with a chop of Bradley with a thumb to the eye, which staggers Impact back. He's got Impact in the corner, going the shots to the midsection right there of Rip Impact, and another one. And Rip Impact is going to have a hard time breathing right here with these shots to the midsection. Jeremiah Bradley trying to take the wind out of Rip Impact, and he's even doing it even worse right here with a choke to Rip Impact. Referee Pat G right in there with a 5 count, but the damage has already been done. Jeremiah Bradley, I gotta say, is just minutes away from winning this match. In my opinion, Rip Impact has been beaten pillar to post, but Rip continuously coming back. As I doubt him and put him down, he comes back with a couple chops to the chest there. Jeremiah Bradley, reversal there by Bradley, puts his head down, sunset flip attempt here by Rip Impact. Bradley jumping up, but Rip gets out of the way, and Bradley takes that full brunt to his lower back, and Rip with a drop kick to the side of the face right here. Jeremiah Bradley, Bradley down, Rip for a cover. 2.5 right there by Rip Impact. Referee Pat G right in position right there. But Rip Impact only able to get a 2.5 count. He's getting the fans here at the Dom Polski Hall in his corner once again. Jeremiah Bradley stunned back with a chop, and Rip will pull him out of the ropes right here. Bradley pushing Rip back in the corner. You can tell Bradley is a little bit gassed right here as he's just trying to work over Rip Impact in that corner. He's got a variation of a, not really a choke, but he's just trying to hold Rip Impact down and gain his win back right here. Setting up Rip in the corner for something right here, maybe a superplex. Rip is in a bad part of town right here, and Bradley, I believe, is going for that superplex up to the second rope right here. And yeah, we're going to see it right here, a big superplex. Rip blocking it 2 times. A third time, shot to the side of the head of Bradley. Bradley goes down like a big tree as Impact blocked that superplex attempt. And he's going to the top rope right here. Bradley working his way up, maybe seeing a missile drop kick on the way right here. Rip for the top rope, and a missile drop kick takes Jeremiah Bradley down. But Rip Impact, he's down as well. Referee Pat G has no choice but to put a double 10 count on the 2 right here. And fans, the action has been hot and heavy back and forth right here this week on BCW Spotlight. We don't know who has the advantage. We don't know who's going to win this match right here, but these men have given it all this week right here on BCW Spotlight as both of them are working their way up to the ring right here. Rip Impact seemed to be up on his feet first. Jeremiah Bradley on the other side of the ring. Duck clothesline by Rip. Rip comes back with a big clothesline of his own. Another clothesline by Rip, taking Jeremiah Bradley down twice. Rip shooting Bradley up the ropes. Bradley reversal. Rip springing up those ropes with a high crossbody. Referee Pat G 1, 2 out of position once again. Oh, I thought Rip Impact could have had him right there, but referee Pat G was terribly out of position. And he wasn't in time to make that count right there. I think Rip could have had him right there. And Bradley shaking off Rip Impact, going for a slam once again. Is Rip going to be able to, oh, Rip spinning out of it, going for his move. Sliced bread right there, but Bradley pushing him up. Rip ducking the kick. Rip going for sliced bread right there. Variation of the diamond cutter, taking Jeremiah Bradley down. Referee Pat G better be in position for this one. He is. 1, 2. Oh, Jeremiah Bradley getting that shoulder up right there, and Rip Impact, I think, has emptied out his bag of tricks and trying to get the win here against Jeremiah Bradley, but Jeremiah Bradley will not get defeated. Rip, go to the top rope again right here. We could be seeing some kind of splash from Rip Impact. Top rope, and then he went for a frog splash, but Jeremiah Bradley ducking under. Rip Impact is stunned. He's dazed. Jeremiah Bradley regaining his strength right here, picking Rip Impact up, maybe going for a side slam again right here, but Rip getting out once again. Rip off the ropes, going for a head scissor takeover. Jeremiah Bradley catching him. He's got him up. He's in position. And a big power slam right there. Referee Patchy, 1, 2, and 3. Jeremiah Bradley is going to get the win with a big power slam over Rip Impact right here. But Rip Impact should not hold his head in shame. He gave a full effort right here, but Jeremiah Bradley's strength and power was just too much to overwhelm Rip Impact fans. We'd like to thank you for joining us again this week on BCW Spotlight. We will see you again next week.